On step 3 of the training wizard, we've got our inspection setup. In here, what we want to be able to do is define the sensitivity we want to inspect this particular product at. A lot of customers will have requirements for higher or lower sensitivities because they obviously run a variety of different products. In some scenarios, the range of sensitivities can be as simple as low, medium, or high, which is what we've got in this example, which we can cycle through using the up and down arrows. In a lot of other applications, it may be a single global sensitivity, in which case you would only have a single option in the list. Or in some applications, we've even had to add as many as 50 different sensitivities because the customer had such a wide variety of products that they had a lot of different families that required slightly different tolerances, be it on defect size, on the register tolerance, whatever the situation. But we have the ability with the system to predefine a vast array of different sensitivities that will match any given product that you run. Okay. Once we have chosen the sensitivity we want to run, we click the next button. Now, step 4 of the training wizard is our light adjustment step, and this is perhaps one of the most important steps for any inspection system. What you want to do with this step is you want to adequately and accurately illuminate the image of the product so that the inspection system can do the best job on that particular product. So as you can see with the image we've got here on the main view screen, it's kind of dark. There's some detail that we can see, but it's not very clear what we can see here. So what we want to be able to do is we need to be able to illuminate the non-shiny surfaces very well. We want to be able to illuminate the shiny surfaces very well, and we would also want to be able to illuminate transparent or semi-transparent substrates depending on the application. In this particular application, we've got a paper-based product which is opaque, and this particular system that we're using for the demo has 2 different lights for this application. One we call our top light, which is a very, very high intensity beam of light, which is represented by this icon here. So by default, we have selected the top light, and its current light level is set at 11. So what we want to do is we want to adjust that light level up, because as you can see from the image here, even though it's a paper backing, that paper backing is white, but it's showing up very, very dark gray. And we need to get it to look as lifelike as possible, because the better this image looks, the better the inspection will be. So to make the adjustment, we turn on that little light bulb, and then we start increasing the light output. And when we make a few adjustments, we will get to see that effect on screen, and we'll see that the paper background is starting to come up. We're also seeing some of the colors that are being printed around this aperture are coming through, and just some more detail on the label itself. If we keep going up with the light level, our main focus will be on the paper, because this light is used for illuminating non-shiny, non-reflective surfaces. You can see that the outline of the label is starting to become much better as well, because the label itself is made up of a brushed metallic surface. So while it's metallic and shiny, it has a brushed effect which makes it not quite as shiny or mirror-like as some substrates can be. And as a result, it does start to come up a little bit better. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm just going to zoom in here a little bit. So by touching the main screen, I can zoom in. And what I want to try to focus on in here are 2 things. The first thing is the actual texture that we can see on the brushed aluminum surface. These vertical lines are not registered to any printing that's happening. They're in the base material and will move around. With just this lighting enabled, the system will probably pick up some of these dark lines moving, because the next repeat they will not be in the same place. So that's something we need to remedy. But also you'll notice that the text in this area, while you can see the outline and it appears that we've got an A, an S, and an H, it's very difficult to see what's actually happening in this area. And we can also see a very, very dark area here, which also has text. But because all of this area is a mirrored, very, very shiny surface, our top light is being reflected away from this area and is showing very, very dark. So to solve that problem, we have a second light which can also be adjusted, which is called our foil light. So over here, we need to switch from our top light to our foil light. And our foil light is currently at 0, so it's effectively off. So we want to turn that on. So we start to bring that guy up, and we bring up a little bit, and we want to see, does that solve our problem? Okay, so what the first thing you notice is we can now read the text here. We can see that this says flash. We can see that this says quick snap. We couldn't see that before. And if we can't see it as operators, the inspection can't see it as a detection system. So if the black quick snap text were to disappear from that area without this lighting enabled, the system would not be able to pick it up. So it's extremely important that we can adjust our lighting so that we can make the image as clean and clear as possible to the human eye, which in turn makes it optimized for inspection. Okay, so this is the image that we're trying to shoot for. So if I zoom out here again, you'll see that when the image updates, we've got all the detail. We've got something that's clean, it's clear, it's lifelike, and it's nice and bright, but it's not saturated, and it's optimized for inspection.